on the Rubik, so you know, maybe lacking a little bit of damage.
True. But they're going to need to find the tempo to shut down this Terrorblade, so, you know, I think, you know, Vega Squadron, we're going to need a nice aggressive pick from them for their carry. What are we expecting from both of these teams? Maybe a TA from Team Liquid? Seems viable.
TA... They have...
5 seconds remaining.
I feel like it's probably going to be the Brewmaster support now. I mean, they could still play it mid if they really want to, but maybe lacking a little bit on the tempo front of the game. You know, you're a little bit reliant on Beastmaster at the moment. Keeper of the Light doesn't necessarily come online massively early at the moment. You want a few levels online.
I have no idea where Keeper of the Light comes on in.
That's true, very true.
It's
but, you know,
a bit of an enigma.
I think you just have to play around your ult now if you're the Keeper of the Light. You know, you have these 2 big cooldowns now, the Ignis Fatus. And
all right, let's get some predictions. I think Vega Squadron are just going to say, screw it and pick up a Bloodseeker now. Let's go.
Is Monkey King banned?
No, Monkey King's still there. 11 seconds, Vega Squadron running down the clock. Meanwhile, Team Liquid, they still need their mid lane. Something which can lane up well versus the Invoker and create some space for this Terrorblade. I've already predicted the tier. I've got my predictions down. Oh, the Troll Warlord coming out for his debut performance. Now, this hero has been reworked. He's now got an ultimate which allows him to not be killed, get a load of attack speed, and basically run around chasing heroes. It's kind of a wild ride.
I mean, he could be killed.
And now Liquid pull out the Pugna. Sorry, he can be killed?
Yeah, but I haven't seen this hero in a pro game yet. This is interesting.
Sorry, what do you mean he can be killed in his ulti? Well, obviously I was talking about. Yeah, he can't be. If I'm wrong about one of us is going to look like a right idiot here, and I have a feeling, unfortunately, it's you. All right, you go and look that one up. Meanwhile, we got Matuma and Pugna coming. Boom! Get with the patch notes, son. What are you doing? My analyst is... You know what? If anybody in the chat wants to come up here, take over from Mo Farah, you're more than welcome. The position is open. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not sure if Cole works on him even. I haven't seen that, but doesn't matter. There's no axe in the game, so who cares? They've picked up a Matuma and Pugna to go up against this Invoker in the middle lane to put in some pressure. I like this. It's decent AoE damage. You can deal with those Forward Spirits if he does go for the Exhort build. You can also push really hard. I mean, you know, Invoker is generally the kind of guy who sits around in lane anyway, so... But, you know, the pressure which is going to come out from Attunement will hopefully be enough for Liquid to kind of shove out Mage and not give him that dream start to the game because... but yeah, I'm most excited for this Troll. I'll be real here. Troll running at them. And we do have a GH Keeper of the Light as well. Kuro is going on that Beastmaster. Brewmaster, sorry.
Yeah, that's interesting. So they're going to be playing the GH as the position 4 again. I'm really interested. I'm a big fan of this hero, so I want to see what kind of items he builds now on the Keeper of the Light, whether he still goes for that Ags early on or whether he goes kind of like more utility, like the Forces and the Glimmers and whatnot like we used to see.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be cool to see GH on his signature hero, but with a new, fresh 7.20 twist.
7.20 twist. I like this offlane though by Kezu and MNT. They've got the Centaur and the Rubik down in this bot lane. It's going to be really difficult for the Terrorblade down here if he ends up getting matched up against it. You have the lift into the stomp, lots of burst damage coming through with the Fade Bolt too, and the double edge.
Yep, looks like they're moving a little bit aggressively here. Liquid just playing around their high ground to start things off.
Yeah, they're just trying to be a little bit careful down here. I think a lot of teams have been making this kind of movement down that you see Vega doing right now. The 3 or 4 man rotations, sometimes they end up being smoked. He actually did take Boar at level 1, by the way. I was completely wrong. So MC's just doing something different here.
Yep, I also heard a Sunstrike. I'm not entirely sure where that was. Who knows? Phantom Sunstrike.
Just scouting.
Yeah. So yeah, using that boar, level 1 to scout things out in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, he himself runs up the top lane with a new boar. And they'll see that there is no one on this high ground. Meanwhile, Peksu being hit back by Kuroki. Start things off. It's just Peksu alone here going for this rune. If they want, they can run down here and try and contest. They will do. Kuro coming in. Who's got the quicker fingers? It is actually Peksu who picks that one up, playing around that bounty rune. And Kuro's just happy to trade hits here, though. As these decays come off, maybe he might want to rethink that strategy as he backs away from the Undying. And,
if you can force Undying to use as much mana as you can before the laning stage, it's usually a decent win. You just want to be tanking those instead of your Terrorblade, really.
Meanwhile, Miracle on the Terrorblade, as he's mentioned. Look at this build. 6 tangos and 4 iron branches and a stout shield. This guy knows he's going to get harassed, as we have Madara on this Troll Warlord looking to put the pressure on to the Terrorblade, who's going to immediately pop that Metamorphosis and try and get a bit of a CS advantage to start things off. Now,
whenever you get to lane on the TV, you always just want to pop the meta at the start. Try and secure all the CS in the first couple of waves or so.
One thing which does strike me about this bottom lane is that when this Metamorphosis runs up, it's going to be a double melee lane versus Undying and Troll Warlord, which doesn't sound good. Now MNT's coming in as well. Miracle's dropping low here. They're actually just going to kill him off with the decay. Miracle dies first blood under tower as Vega rotate in very aggressively.
Yeah, that was during the meta as well, so...
yeah.
Not exactly the best use that you want to be getting with that. Like we say, you want to try and secure all the CS in the first couple of waves if you can, so...
Meanwhile, up in the top lane, this does leave Kezu alone versus GH and Mind Control, and we'll see how much pressure these two can put off. Now, I'm kind of expecting Chakra Magic level 2 from GH, which will give Mind Control the axe spam which he wants versus the Centaur, and we'll see if he can pull that one off, meanwhile.
Definitely, this is like the winning TI combo, it feels like, these two heroes up here, the Beastmaster and the Cottle. The Chakra Magic works a little bit differently now, where you cast it after they've used the spell, and it reduces the cooldown then instead. You know, the idea is still the same.
Yeah, just unnecessarily complicating things. Classic Valve. And this is the cheeky Illuminate from the side. GH doing the usual. There's another one straight away. Okay. This is going to be annoying. Meanwhile, we'll look to the mid lane as it's, of course, Matsu versus Mage, the Pugna versus the Invoker, which has had Matsu off to a pretty decent start, as expected, as he decrepifies the Invoker, and we'll deal with that Forge Spirit. Are we expecting anything other than a pretty clean game from a Superman here in mid?
I mean, this matchup should be Pugna favoured a little bit, not by a huge amount, you know, especially when Invoker starts getting some levels online. He can... start out last hitting the Pugna, but you know, with that blast spam always coming through, it'd be a little bit of a trading farm kind of lane. Got to be wary of when that Pugna gets level 6, maybe gets a rotation and it has good kill potential on the Invoker.
Yeah, Pugna 6 is definitely the danger zone. I mean, especially if you use that cold snap, then you've got nothing to interrupt it with, but... Well, he's got other spells, of course, but probably won't have Deafening Blast by the time Pugna's level 6, so yeah, you just got to be careful. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, it looks like Miracle has taken an early trip to the jungle, which is not ideal, I don't think, but, you know.
This is just Terrorblade things, honestly. I get level 3, get 2 points still illusions, you know, oh, don't worry, lane's going hard. I'll just jungle anyway instead, this is fine, you know, with my 15 armour at 3 minutes into the game, this is absolutely fine. Fair and balanced.
Meanwhile, Pexy's just dying to tower here, no problems there. Meanwhile...
Oh, Pexu! She didn't wait long enough though, so GH ends up getting the kill instead.
Nice, he'll take that. Level 3 now. And they're actually pulling the creeps past here. Because there was still a Radiant creep under tower, so they just wanted to pull it past. Meanwhile, Miracle... They're actually taking Ancients now with this Metamorphosis, and he's going to do this no problem at all, so...
Yeah, I like this though when
just
TV plays...
things.
When TV players do this, you basically just pop meta whenever it's off cooldown.
Mid lane, Martu chasing down MNT, but Mage comes in, making it a little less appealing for Martu to run in, but he's not giving up. Cold Snap is out, and with the Forged Spirit, that should be enough to get rid of the kill threat there from the Pugna. But,
yeah, I mean, this is the problem when you rotate the TV away to the jungle. You know, you can leave this Shoal in a 1v1 against the Brewmaster, and that frees up the Rubik to try and play the rest of the map. He picks up this Arcane Rune, tries to try and gank mid, but now he's just going to hunt down Miracle by the looks of it. They try and stop his farm a little bit.
But, oh, top lane as well. They're chasing GH here. Kezu and Pegsu want the Cottle, but GH running through the trees. Kezu, not interested in turning around for this one, actually. Oh, he's going for the bounty runes, that's why. That makes sense. Everything makes sense now.
Gotta get those 5-minute runes. GH is a very speedy man on a horse, so...
Yeah, he's pretty damn fast, isn't he? Pretty damn quick. But Mind Control fighting it up with Pexu here, the Undying. Just kind of brawling up.
be honest, I don't really understand why they're playing this Beastmaster Keeper of the Light lane and not leveling the axes. You know, you mentioned this is something that you thought they would do, where, you know, you use the Chakra Magic to give the Beastmaster more mana to spam out the wave, but...
Yeah.
She's just not leveling them at all.
3 boars?
I mean, the boars do a lot of damage now, honestly. I mean, it's hero type damage, like we said before, and at level 4 it does 64 damage, so... Combine that with the attack speed aura that Beastmaster gives, it does pack a punch, but...
But I think what this game is going to come down to is how good is Neutral Warlord? And I don't know the answer, do you?
No, I don't even know what his skills do, apparently, so... I mean, how am I supposed to answer that question? I mean, I knew what his ult did apart from it. I thought it could still, you know, you could still be killed, but apparently not. Fair enough.
Apparently not. There's a first kill for Martu there in the river, finding out double damage and bringing down the Undying. Easy peasy, no problems at all.
Looks like he's going to try and rotate top here as well, put some pressure on this top tower with the Beastmaster and the Keeper of the Light.
Well, Mind Control is trying to find this courier here, actually got a bit of damage out onto it. And in we go onto Kazu, the little green man chasing into the trees. Nether Blast does not connect, and they're going to need an interrupt here, which they do not have. So Kazu just going to TP himself away, but this should mean that the tower is up for grabs with these Nether Blasts coming out with the Kotl. That's kind of disgusting, actually.
Yeah, I've just realised that it doesn't matter about the axes, because they have a Pugner instead, so... That blast just constantly going to be coming
though, Madara trying to chase down Kuroki here, actually popping that ultimate to chase him down, but now Kuroki actually blocked in by creeps, and that is going to be him die. But Madara, he's in the tree line here, he's not in a great position, and GH is trying to bully him out with these Illuminates, and Madara doesn't really know what to do with himself here.
I'm surprised Matumberman didn't try and TP down there to kill the troll. Maybe he thought, you know, Madara was already TPing away, but he does have a TP available on him.
Dire structures are fortified.
Not sure about that one, to be honest. Not sure. Maybe he just believed that GH was capable of dealing with it by himself. He wanted the middle lane. Oh, they baited out Matumberman here by putting the Invoker in the lane, but MNT was behind, and then there's going to be a quick demolishment off the Pugner.
Yeah, Liquid have this ward down the bottom side, you know, of the room, but it doesn't really spot where this Rubik's playing on the map at the moment. You know, he's trying to stop the TV from jungling on this Radiant bot jungle. They're playing around the mid lane as well, so look towards Liquid, trying to get some vision around that area. See what this pesky Rubik's up to.
Tell you what, we are going to swap it over to net worth really early here, because the last hits aren't telling us anything reliable, because of course Miracle's been in the jungle so much on this Terrorblade, and we do see that net worth is quite firmly in Vega's half of the map on their cores right now. Do we need to do something about this Troll Warlord?
Well, it looks apparently they want to.
Okay, well used, and with the life drain as well, it looks like Madara might be brought down here. They're going to use a Stampede. Madara runs, Kuroki trying to give chase, but they don't have the catch. Turn around, throw some axes, and Madara escapes just with a Stampede, and that was a Will-O-Wisp used. That was a life drain used as well from the Matumberman, and they don't find the kill.
Stampede did come out though at the same time, and you know, it does have a long cooldown, this patch. So
true, but you know, still worth it, I would say.
Yeah, Troll gets out. Definitely okay. X is kind of hovering around behind here. He's only level 3 on this Undying, actually, which is a little bit of a worry for him. You want to start putting those points in Tombstone if you can. GH mid, though. Cool.
Yep, into Mage he goes and throws out the Stomp. He's actually going to survive this one, the fire not doing nearly enough damage, and GH trying to predict the movements with the Illuminate there, but doesn't connect. But they'll just continue to fend off in this middle lane. Meanwhile, up at top, Mind Control trying to keep this tower in check. I'm still not really seeing what this Beastmaster's going to achieve just yet.
Still maxing the board. Yeah, he is. I'm really interested with this to see what he does, but the point I want to make is look where all of Vega's vision is at the moment, and look at where Miracle's playing on this Terrorblade. And you can see what they want to be doing down here.
Right.
They want to try and smoke up and get something done. Maybe a rotation from the center. He has his next Stampede online.
Yeah, there's no point of dire wards in these jungles.
There's no point putting these Deep Observer wards down if you can't do anything to punish, you know, with the vision, so... I'd like to see them try and make a rotation soon, at least. Troll in the bot lane as well, actually getting run at again.
Pressure from Matsu. And there comes a Decrepify Blast as well. That's going to be enough to finish him off. Madara turning around for the axes and ends up costing him his life. But Matumberman's so fast that I'm not sure it would have mattered either way. Pexu does take both the bounty runes, however, so Marty will be slightly salted about that, but, you know, he got the kill on the carry. His job is done. He's feeling good.
Yeah, it feels like if you can, anytime you can get a kill on the Troll and Invoker this game, you know, they're the two big cores you really want to be trying to shut down. So, although the Centaur kills are nice, you're kind of just not really impacting the game at the moment. Put him in a 1v1 against somebody. Going to be all about this blink timing on the Centaur, though, for Vega. As soon as you can get that online.
Yeah, I'm going to see a huge change of pace when that comes out. They're actually looking around bottom already. GH throwing out these Illuminates, just trying to see some creeps, see what Madara is up to. Centaur farming creeps out as well. Brilliant. In the middle lane, gets a split off on 24 HP, and now trying to turn around onto Invoker. Will need to get himself out. Question is, do we have a Sunstrike available?
If he can pull this one off, be a 10 out of 10 for me. They've got the vision in mid lane with the ward.
Yep. He's got that Sunstrike leveled up. Kuroki, he's trying to dodge it. Doesn't look like... Oh, he lands it just as he threw out the taunt as well. Mage.
They ping out there. They think the ward's on the high ground next to the Dire top jungle. Radiant top jungle, sorry.
Nearly gets a tornado. Luckily, it's not leveled enough for it to connect. And now they throw out the will as Miracle comes in with his army. He popped the Metamorphosis here, and he just blows up Mage. Miracle's turned up into this game with a force. Meanwhile, the counter will from MNT. 2 wisps.
Stolen Will-O-Wisp. It's a pretty easy one to steal as well, because Rubik doesn't... Keeper of the Light doesn't really have any like quick animations afterwards. Blinding Light's okay, but... don't really think about using it just straight away after. Okay, Miracle's online again now, it feels like, you know. That level 3 jungle.
Level 3 jungle turns up to his first fight, blows up the Invoker, and helps push down this middle tower. Things looking good for Miracle here, but... this Troll Warlord is still the guy to beat, as he's got his Yasha coming out to him shortly.
I love this build as well. You know, some trolls like to go Battle Fury. I think Arteezy's, you know, a big fan of that item, for example, or it used to be at least last patch, but I think this game they need to try and up the tempo a little bit, like we say, play around the Centaur blink. So he's going for this Yasha BKB build, which I'm a big fan of.
That's extremely fast-paced, but, you know, that's what Vega need. They can't sit and wait around for this Terrorblade to get going. My problem is, you know, looking at pushing into this, they've got such good creep clear. They've got this Pugna, they've got this Kotl. These are 2 heroes which they're definitely going to play around and basically just push out these lanes. I mean, you already see GH up here, you know, pushing right through in the Dire side of the map. He doesn't care.
And he's actually... the only other person I've seen play Keeper of the Light, you know, quite like this is Slayer. You know, from... Which CIS team was it? Was it No Pango?
What, Slayer's in mode No Pango, yeah.
Yeah, so he would play the position 5 Keeper of the Light and go 1-4-4, where he maxes out the Blinding Light and the Chakra Magic first, but obviously GH being a little bit more greedy, just trying to shove lanes out all the time.
That was very greedy, my friend. He could have run away, but he turned around for a last hit, and then just gets ran down by Mind Control and Mateo. Admittedly, they did use the Primal Roar for it, but, you know, when you're the team which doesn't really care about the game going on for a long time, you can feel free to throw out these ultimates for a quick kill. Like, all it means is that you won't be able to do anything on the map for a little while, which is fine. They're absolutely fine with that.
Yeah, they're okay. I mean, Liquid are going to try and want to get around this point now where they get the Necro book online, though. You know, that'll be the Pugger and Beastmaster group up then.
Oh, yeah.
That's the big go.
You made me think there was a Dazzle in the game for a minute there when you said Necro book.
God, not Dazzle. I'm so glad that hero gets first banned out in nearly, you know, every game at the moment.
Had you used this Hawk yet on the... Oh, there it is.
It's in bottom lane.
Literally right there. Okay.
Like, yes, we can kill the Hawk. And it's not even in vision. She's just chomping through the tree line here, trying to find an angle onto this Pugna, but some man's wary because of the Hawk. Knows what's going on.
Doing a lot of work. Leads to the Nether Ward and Hawk
mid
combo.
lane as well.
Very good. Very strong. Hexu taking some beatings here. Tricky hero to bring down, of course. You know, only level 1 right now on the Flesh Golem, but at least he has it. There's going to be a 400 health bonus if he wants to pop that at any stage, which is also very annoying. You've ever played against an Undying right now, but you know, when he's level 18, you're trying to kill him, they just say, oh, okay, you have double your health now. Cool. That's cool. Liquid, they found a double damage. They're in Roshan, but they've actually nearly taken him down.
Oh wow, I didn't even...
What?
My map awareness is... God.
Yeah.
A bit disappointed I didn't even see that one, I'll be honest. But again, it takes about 5 seconds. If an observer who
has omniscient vision over the map can't spot out this Roshan, Vega have no chance. That was ridiculous. That was just a two-man Roche on the team, which, I mean, they're not behind anymore, but this Terrorblade was very much behind. But Liquid, they pulled this one back into their favor. The ball is now in their court, and they'll be happy to play around with it before they try and strike down any lanes.
This double damage on Terrorblade with the inner beast attack speed. You know, Roche, we don't even have time because we blink and it's gone. So it's not our fault we didn't see it.
It's okay, man. I spotted it. It's fine. As long as it didn't go off without us knowing about it.
This is the problem, like, with Vega's draft overall. Like, they have this really good, like, laning stage where they start to get ahead of this Terrorblade and whatnot, and they shut him down quite well. But then they've got this Troll and the Invoker that both need farm. And so, you know, Centaur really can't do anything until he gets Blink. So Liquid just start to take the map back.
Yep, I feel like this Troll Warlord is yet to do anything this game, if I'm honest.
He gets the BKB online though, and that'll be the need to try and fight around that. I mean, we said that with the Centaur Blink, but they haven't really achieved anything with it yet. So.
No, I mean, that's my worry, that's my concern. Vega just not really going for any fights, trying to make anything happen. Meanwhile, Liquid have taken Roshan. You know, do you remember when Miracle got involved in his first fight on the Terrorblade, just appeared up in the middle lane? I feel like he's just had just as much impact, maybe even more, than the Troll Warlord has had this game, and this Troll should really be doing a lot more than he is, I feel. What, I mean, I don't know, do you agree?
Yeah, kind of, but at the same time it feels like the Troll's just trying to match the farming tempo of the Terrorblade at the moment. But unfortunately, Troll does not farm anywhere near as fast as the Terrorblade, just because of all the illusions, so...
Did they ever try and de-ward this cliff? No, they actually got the right ward in the end, so that's cool at least.
Hexu to get the D-ward off, but actually just kill each other's sentries instead. Fair enough.
True supports. GH does win though. Oh, meanwhile, somewhere on the map. Why did that even happen?
Lane. I mean, this is a difference that you can see. Look at the difference between the position 4s at the moment in the Rubik and the Keeper of the Light. And they both want to try and do the similar kind of things where GH is just shoving lanes out all the time. You know, Liquid doing what Liquid do best, so they give him farm priority.
Jump in with the Sunstrike as well. Madara comes in. The shout out onto the Troll Warlord though. Kezu trying to chase him down. They even use a Stampede for this one. This is a costly kill already. And if they don't get it, it'll be ridiculous. They're using everything though, but the ball's just slowing down Kezu so much. They throw down the Tombstone, but Mindcontrol's going to go for the TP. The blink in, stomp, double edge, finally finishes off. Meanwhile, Liquid are trying to push down this mid. They're using the distraction well, and they're going to try and get themselves a tier 2 for it. Can Vega make their way back in time? The Centaur's actually TPing to base, which means that there will be no defense for this tower.
It's really difficult to fight into this Aegis at the moment though anyway. You know, it still has around 2 minutes left, so... And I like how they're just playing around this Metamorphosis on Liquid really well. Still early game, he was trying to rotate mid and get kills and whatnot and just farm jungle quickly with it. Out, you know, whenever this meta's being popped, they're just trying to push towers, force objectives.
Oh, Tornado actually missed up Kezu's initiation a little bit there. They'll still get the kill anyway as he force staffs through the Meteor. Kind of painful to do that. Meanwhile, there's a Willow to try and help out Kuro. They deal with that Wisp very quickly though, but still giving Kuroki the valuable space he needs. Jumps down. Meanwhile, Miracle is just farming jungle now. You know, he's done with the whole pushing thing. Let's get back to the jungle, hit some more creeps, make sure he cemented his lead in this game. You know, he has got this Aegis, but with a hero down, he's got no intentions of pushing, and they don't need to. They've got the carry potential on their side, I believe.
I'll be honest, no, man. It's not been the most action-packed of games, has it? You know, we've got 12 kills in 19 minutes. I feel like, you know, some games this patch we've been seeing quite a few bloodbaths, but... you know, Liquid quite happy to just, you know, keep the split push going with the TB, let him farm up, because they understand they've got the late game. Like, you know, Vega, it's up to them to make something happen here.
Okay, Vega. We've, you know, we've given you a hard time, but now we've got the BKB coming out on Madara. They're action happening top lane. There is a Tornado somehow connects onto GH there. It's a little bit off, and now he uses the blinding light trying to get himself away. They stampede forward, so they want to catch GH, but this Coddle is so damn quick. He's just going to sprint away. And, well, you know, man, the horses are faster than legs.
As well.
Horses
get the roar on Centaur.
Oh, no. Oh, dear. Vega looking for a bit of momentum this game, and they find quite the opposite. As they pop the stampede and actually end up losing a hero for it.
Yeah, it was a really nice play by GH. He forces away the Kuroki, so he actually ends up not getting hit by the Sunstrike. And like you say, GH is so fast, he doesn't even need a 4-staff to get away. He just runs on his, you know, on his little horse into the sunset, and he's fine.
Yep, it's quite a romantic getaway, but yeah, no one seems to be catching GH with his 488 move speed. Excuse me. And Kirky actually running in onto Pexi here, but there's 3 heroes around. This may well be a kill. He's trying to get a split off. Will
again.
be successful. So they force him down to low ground, and Pexi actually taken care of by Matumaman. They've actually got the Troll Warlord here. He's popping that BKB and gonna have to just go for the TP out. This is not how you want to use your first BKB. This is not how you want to use a 10-second BKB.
Definitely not at all.
Struggling.
I mean, he doesn't really have a choice though, does he? You know, they really want to go for that kill, but again, GH forces Brewmaster to the low ground, so the Sunstrike doesn't hit. You know, it allows him to get his split off and just completely turns the fight around.
This is going to be mind control and trouble though, as the Sunstrike comes down, and then it's going to be him deleted from the game for the next 50 seconds. It's something.
Again, it feels like they're all just taking turns, you know, not getting picked off as such, but just, you know, pushing lanes in all the time, so, you know, Miracle can just farm the jungle constantly. He's a very happy TB at the moment. He's actually not got the Ags on Keeper of the Light, by the way. He went 4-staff into Aetherlens. And when he gets that level 15 talent, which is 350 cast range, you do not want to know what his cast range is on this Keeper of the Light at that point.
Orbital strike stuff.
It's, used to be so good for things like Mana Leak as well. Obviously that, you know, skill doesn't exist anymore, but the Will-O-Wisp, you can just stand so far back before you put it down.
Vega are looking now. Vega are looking for a kill. They've got their Stampede. They've got the BKB on their Troll. Liquid, though, they're wary. They're staying into the tree lines. Matumaman's all out already. Kuroki pinged out. Maybe this could be a kill. They're going to pop the Stampede and go forwards onto the Brewmaster. He doesn't have his ultimate, so he should be brought down without too much difficulty. Meanwhile, they actually get GH as well as he pops a Will-O-Wisp. Now, Kuroki, the Sunstrike lands, and then it's going to be enough to finish him off. That was kind of close. I mean, just the Sunstrike did a lot of damage there, as one would say.
Really nice by Madara, though. Just chases down the Keeper of the Light by himself. It kills him off. I think Rubik came over in the end as well, but then he kind of split off.
Damage. Okay.
But, I mean, raw mid actually as well.
Yeah, they're going on to the Invoker here. He's getting melted. Good lord. Heavy blows coming out from
Pexu as well.
Yeah, we've got the life drain. Pexu brought down on the steps with his jungle. Madara unable to save him. And as we see... Ooh, don't be fooled by the color, by the way. That is a Sanjin Yasha. They just changed the colors around because, you know, Valve cares a lot about the Reddit front page.
You've got a, you know, it's a nice quality of life change. It makes sense. It might be weird at first, but people get used to it. I thought it was such a small thing though at the time as well. Put Matumberman mid. You're going onto the Pugna here with the Troll ult.
Yeah, he's dropping pretty damn low here. He's got the craft fire, which is going to save him from Madara's right clicks. He actually pops that ulti running forwards. Now it runs off and he backs himself away.
You see that, Nomad? He actually didn't die when he used ult there. It's really
incredible.
Doomsday onto the low ground, but it does instantly just die. That Beastmaster attack speed aura.
Well, Pexi back himself away. Liquid looking though. They want to find Pexi.
And MNT, it looked like he might have been able to kill Matumberman in the mid lane, but it looked like he stopped his life drain that was channeling onto him. But I'm not really sure what happened there.
I didn't catch that one myself, so I can't give you any comments.
Again, it just feels like they're all literally just playing on the other half of the map. So even if Vega win a fight, you know, where they are at the moment, by the time they get to Liquid's base again or try and take objectives, Liquid are just going to be ready to defend again. They'll be back alive, so... Sometimes it's much better to take well, it's always much better to take a fight on the other side of the map if you can. If you win, you take objectives. You lose the fight, you're all back alive again by the time they try and take objectives.
Exactly. And now Vega, they're looking for something. They've smoked up and they're running forwards, but Liquid, once again, they know. And it's a double damage Madara if they want to actually take this fight. They've smoked up themselves. And they have everything they want. They've got the Metamorphosis, they've got the BKB, and in they jump. They're going straight away onto the Brewmaster here. Blink and Will-O-Wisp doing so much to lock down 4 heroes and keep Kuroki alive, getting that split off. The Troll actually dropping low, has to pop the ulti with the BKB, but he's going to find himself chasing Brewlings the whole time. And look at the damage Madara is doing him from behind. He just rips through the Troll Warlord. No chance of survival for Madara there, as Vega, they try, they strike, and they do miss.
It's so awkward for... Kezu. It's a little bit greedy from him, but it looks like Liquid are just going to ignore him, actually. Just want to go for the... Yeah, I imagine they're going to go for the Roche instead, but... That was really weird, because Vega smoked up, and they were like, yes, let's go and find something. And then a Terrorblade Illusion starts hitting their tier 3 bot.
Style plays from P8. Sorry, you just... illuminates the creep wave, and then he was about to miss, so he blinks in and blasts them back with a blinding light into his illuminate. It's just a style, players. Sorry. Probably wasn't worth interrupting your point. Roshan is now being taken. Tornado gonna rip through, connect onto no one. MNT and Mage. Now Kezu join in. Peksu also.
Maybe next time has this Hawk, but it just dies, so...
Troll is back in one second. Oh my god, Invoker! He's actually going to get killed! Now Kezu jumps in with the stun, but it's far too late. The Invoker's already dead. Troll is coming into this fight, but what can he really do? Meanwhile, Peksu is surrounded, but we'll watch towards Kuroki as he's being chunked out by Madara. Peksu taken care of. They really want to finish off Kuroki here. Doesn't have the split available for Blinding Light. So annoying for Madara. Now the Roar comes out. Mind Control coming in, followed by an army of zombies. Kezu turns around though. They blow up Kuroki, and Madara just running forwards with that BKB, blows through Mind Control, and well, they'll gather around the shrine and try and shrine themselves up. But Liquid, they're up for the recommittal here as they Dagon onto MNT, but Matumaman could be in trouble. Blinding Light to send back Madara. Madara chasing forward, but the stun is out to interrupt the life drain. Can they finish him off? Force slap him away, but no, they do find Matumaman and finish him off. Miracle controlled up. He's got the thunder, but everybody's low health. Madara pops the ultimate and just turns around. They kill Miracle as well. This could be the comeback which Vega are looking for as they take down 4 heroes on the side of Liquid, and now should be able to claim Roshan for themselves as Mage is back, and there doesn't seem to be much choice. GH gonna throw in some Illuminates. I mean, he's got the Blink Dagger if he really wants to go for something here.
It's so difficult for Liquid to fight without their big ults. They didn't have the split available. They didn't have the...
GH is actually using the will to slow down Roshan. No way. He kills one! He kills Madara! Are you kidding? He's gonna get Mage as well! What are you doing, GH? He gets a double kill inside the pit! You doubted this man's poor Rubik, but he just styles all over Vega Squadron. Oh my word, Jesus.
What just happened? Do you know what the best bit is? The Undying's the one who picks up the Aegis. They don't even care on Liquid anymore.
Oh my god. GH. You fucking god.
I mean, the point I was going to make is it was so difficult for Liquid to fight without their ults. Like, they didn't have the Will-O-Wisp up, they didn't have the split up, and Metamorphosis wasn't up as well, which is definitely the real Terrorblade ult. And, I cannot believe GH has rescued that fight by killing the 2 big cores.
That is absolute madness. Meanwhile, Kezu and Matumaman playing around each other in the bottom lane. Matumaman just wants to stay away from the Centaur. Kezu realizes his hopes and dreams are dashed and will TP back to base. Right, where does this leave us now?
How do you analyse this game anymore?
I don't really know. I don't know. Vega basically, they took a huge fight and it looked like they were like coming back into this game, and then GH just says no, we're good. He killed Invoker and the Troll Warlord, right?
Remember yeah, he killed the Invoker and the Troll Warlord, the 2 big cores, but can we just look at the Illuminate cast range, by the way? You won't be able to see it at the moment because it says release Illuminate, but get ready. See how far back it goes? It's off the screen, it's that big.
Good lord. He's illuminating half the damn map. Okay.
That's absolutely crazy. He doesn't even have to be anywhere near the front of a fight to get it off.
Yeah, that's a pretty neat spell. Blinding Light, huge as well. They all are. Though Peksu will walk straight into Peksu. They're going to find GH here and probably take down Mr. Gandalf. He's actually forced off that Will save him. No, come on, GH. There we go. They get the Blinding Light off, and we'll find that kill. Although
they're losing their top tier 3 though in the meantime.
Okay, they do now kill the Will, and we'll jump back onto the top lane, though. Gonna have to force off himself out. Things are okay, but this Hawk on the high ground doing a lot of work to give him the vision, especially for the Pugner.
You have to be putting sentries around where you expect the Hawk here, if you're Vega. Be not reading the patch notes like me. That's why. Loki's not even level 12 yet, by the way. Still level 11 at the moment. Doesn't have the level 2 split, and he actually runs into Kezu here. Might be in a little bit of trouble.
Oh, we've still got 10 seconds on the Necro on the bottom lane. Yeah, meanwhile Kuroki does actually get rooted by Madara, and that means no escape for him.
It's not about the first hit bashes anymore. It's about the first hit ensnares that cancel TPs instead.
I figured out why he's got ensnare, by the way, because that seemed really weird to me why he gets an ensnare rather than a bash. I figured it out though. Do you want to know?
Yeah, hit me up.
It's because he's a troll, and you know the hill trolls, the jungle camp, the hill trolls. They root as well.
Okay.
It's just Valve continuity. Very important.
That was all about continuity, aren't they? It's,
Exactly. Kezu and Mind Control fighting up for the rune. Does go to Kezu as he blinks away from that Beastmaster. Well, Mage will get the top rune. So 3 bounties going to Vega at the 30-minute mark. Still an 8k gold advantage for Liquid, and no real signs of that changing right now.
I mean, they're definitely on the front foot, especially after that Roche fight. But I don't think Vega are out of this. They've got the 2 big cores scared into the late game. They've got the Troll, they've got the Invoker. So especially when these BKBs start to run down on the Radiant side, especially Miracles on this TB, then they can start to take fights a little bit easier.
But Vega, it's an uphill battle for sure, and they need to do something now. And have they used the Aegis? They still got the Aegis in there and dying,
Good, yeah.
They still got that going for them.
If you have the Tombstone on Death Talent, they might be a little bit more viable, but Pexi might just use...
Okay, there we go. There's the Aegis.
Comes the cavalry as well, the reinforcements.
Yeah, they're going to force Pexu back and steal the Drunken Ruler as well. He's immediately by MNT.
Good. Oh, he crits for 30 instead of 10, or whatever it is.
Very scary. But, they do save the Undying, despite the Aegis being popped, but no big deal. He had Tombstone on Death, that might actually mean something.
He's trying to peek off this Keeper of the Light in the bot lane by the looks of it, but yeah, it didn't see the Illuminate quite yet, so just backed off. Catapult, though, is ripping through the tower if it hits.
Yeah,
they get it.
And finished. Okay, tier 2 tower taken. That's definitely something for Vega. They'll take anything they can get at this stage in the game. Lincoln's now out actually on Madara. More items, BKB and Lincoln. Super defensive from him. He just wants to stay alive, and now he'll finally go for that Skull Basher, which of course is now allowed on the Troll Warlord.
I think you have to pick this up. I mean, this is one of the reasons why Troll was so good against the Terrorblade before. We could stop the Sunder going off if you just man for him. In the 1v1 situation, and you just constantly bash him over and over again, but the ensnares don't really stop the Sunder in the same way.
Vega, smoked up, looking for something, but once again, this has been a key part of Liquid's game, I feel, as well. They've just been able to evade every single smoke gank which Vega had been putting out, and not even with wards. They just seem to know. I mean, as I've said... God damn it.
You done that.
Well... Oh, he's going to get the split off. Never mind, all planned. And now they're going to go forward onto Madara here. Madara, though, does have 4 staff back, thanks to his teammates, and they'll throw off the Tornado. Never in doubt.
It's the Bruce Split used, though. So, Vega can try and look for another fight here. The Bruce Split's going to be down.
Yeah, and I'm glad... I mean, they used... Was that the Stampede used in that last fight, actually? 90 seconds? Probably.
Well, I think it might have been used in the top lane before.
Okay.
And the Undying got on.
I feel like they could really use that spell to be aggressive with, though, because otherwise the will is just going to lock them all down. You need to be able to space yourself out and use the use that speed.
True. Hexy might be in a little bit of trouble here. It's blasted up, so they know each other are here. We look to try and put some wards down. Yeah, the Hawk comes out. He's trying to chase.
Lift. They're going for GH here with the Sunstrike as well. Can they finish him up? But no, the 4th one got Aeon Disc as well. Blinding light people back. Meanwhile, Pexu picked up on the backlines as Miracle comes in. They'll take down the Tombstone. Now look at Centaur being burst away. You wouldn't think Sheer is tanky. Doesn't actually cheese himself out on the low ground, and that'll be him surviving. Meanwhile, they take down Mind Control on the side of Vega.
Brew as well.
They're looking for Brew as well. No split anymore, but Miracle's coming in. Madara versus Miracle. Madara, he doesn't have the ultimate either, but the lift is out onto the Terrorblade. Can they finish him up? He's got the Sunder, but no! Matumban comes in and blows up Madara from the high ground.
Why did they lift the TV up to the high ground?
I don't know. I to be real, I don't know. Meanwhile, Kezu through the tree line. Sunstrike comes down, does land onto Miracle, I think.
That was I don't think it hit him. That was very close.
Oh, it looked like it.
Oh, the Mage on the Invoker as well might be in a little bit of trouble here.
He tried to go for the plays, but unfortunately will be dropped as Matu Dagon's another down.
Okay, so Liquid don't have meta now, though, so it's not like they can easily push in here and try and make, advantage of this Troll and Invoker dying. Imagine they'll probably try and just chip away with the Pugler instead. There's actually a DD in the bot lane, though. I'm surprised he didn't try and bottle that one up for the next meta.
Running out onto Kezu here, but Kezu does have that Poor
Pexu.
stuff. Pexu maybe not so lucky.
Undying.
Double damage. Madara Miracle comes in, and they'll finish off the Undying pretty damn quick.
Matumba looks like he really wants to try and shove the lanes in a little bit here. Chip damage in. Yeah, they ping out top lane as well, but they're not really in a position here on Liquid. They really want to try and fight around the meta.
Even
get
with
the
the double
tower?
damage, I think they might be willing with the double damage just to
Look at
try it
Matumba.
out. He goes in with another blast and actually finishes off that tier 3.
Dire's top shrine
They
is
really
under
care about this
attack.
tier 3 at mid now. They've got another one. They can just go for shrines, but well, Beastmaster doing that all by himself anyways.
You just want to take as much map control as you can. Just take the shrines now.
Dire's top
No need to
shrine
rush this.
has
You know, you can
fallen.
wait for the third Aegis if you want to. It's the big Refresher Shard one, so if you can get that on the Terrorblade, we've talked about them wanting to play around the Metamorphosis. You have 2 of them. It's a little bit easier.
Shrine should be going down to Liquid as well with all of these ridiculous amounts of summons the Beastmaster has.
One thing we haven't mentioned, by the way, this game, is the Keeper of the Light Terrorblade combination with the illusions.
Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
With the
He's,
illusion and with Meta as well, I guess, yeah.
He's constantly getting these illusions back up again. A 16-second cooldown normally, and then with the look, if you look at what GH is doing,
Yeah.
it goes back down.
But meanwhile in the mid, they're going onto the Pugna here. Cataclysm used as well, but the lift is going to take him out. Doesn't matter, they find the kill all the same. Meanwhile, top racks are being pushed in by these illusions, going to send Vega back, but they got a kill onto Matumbaman, and they may look for more here. They saved the Stampede.
Still has to be careful though, because the Roche has spawned now, and I think Vega realised this, so they might just look to try and fight this before Matumbaman comes back up again.
Roki plonked
Trying to
himself
catch-
on the high ground.
Trying to catch GH now though, they see him under the ward.
Scanning.
Know where he is, they're hunting him.
This might be
Oh,
dead horseman. He blinks back. Kezu immediately with the ultimate. They throw down the will to try and keep himself alive, but GH, it doesn't really matter. He's going down all the same. A little bit of space created as all 5 stare into the light, but doesn't make a difference. Meanwhile, TP's down to the bottom lane as Beastmaster's pushing this one in with these pesky Necro units. He has been all over the place on mind control.
it was a really costly death though by GH. He dropped a gem and he gave away Will-O-Wisp to the Rubik as well, so not the not what, you know, unfortunately not what you want to be doing on this Keeper of the Light, giving away quite as much there. If you just give away yourself without a gem, without that ult, then you're pushing out lanes. It's not the end of the world, but a costly one.
Bit of a costly one indeed. That gem making an awful lot of difference as Vega will now run through the map and take down all these sentries and anything else they can find. But mind control back onto the high ground and will actually take himself a tier 3.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Probably need to come and kill this guy.
Hey, there's just so much split push coming through from Liquid. You know, they have the Keeper of the Light shoving out lanes, the Beastmaster with the summons, they've got the illusions on the Terrorblade as well. It's so difficult for Vega to deal with this because they really don't have a huge amount of split push. Kind of like the Forge Spirits, the Double Edge and the Fade Bolt, but you know, it's a bit more commitment than the Liquid lineup with their illusions and summons. The ridiculous cast ranges like the Keeper of the Light. Vega want to fight this. They're
Are scanning.
Well, they need to because Roshan is dropping very, very low with this Solar Crest. And with the Miracle in the pit, they actually just take it down, no problems at all. And it looked like GH wanted the Refresher Shard. Yep, he'll be giving it.
Keeper of the Light Refresher Shard, also a good one. That double Will-O-Wisp. The
Yeah,
constant
you
chain
can make
stuff.
it permanent, can't you?
Oh, is it permanent? I don't think it is.
Quick maths, let's go.
It has an on duration of 1.3 and an off duration of 1.75.
Okay, I guess
I don't
that's
think
probably
you can.
deliberate.
I mean, so you can still get your BKB off on it, but, you know, trying to focus down 2 Will-O-Wisps is not the, you know, what you want to be doing during your BKB duration on the troll.
No, definitely not. The rest of your team is just stuck. 10 short for great things to happen for Liquid here. I mean,
Mind
they've
control
got
bot
that
as well.
Terrorblade. He's got an Aegis. Yep, mind control just pushing in the bot lane. He's already on the barracks here. Cataclysm
Top lane
is
as
going to
well.
be used. Miracle still pretty damn healthy, to be honest, and even if he's not, he's got the Sunder available. Will-O-Wisp thrown in the back lines. They're just going to use it to buy space. The rack's already down. They just blow up. maybe next time, not well used as Miracle just wanting to blow up this tombstone as quickly as possible. Pexu will be killed.
Sunder.
Sunder out onto Madara. Madara, no more ultimate available as the Illuminate.
Second Will-O-Wisp
too, and there comes a Will-O-Wisp as well. Miracle takes down Madara. Mage as well, held into place, thrown back into it again with the blinding light, and Miracle, well, they don't have the invis on Mage, but the bottom lane of Rax has been taken, the top lane as well, and mid doesn't look to be standing for very long either, as Miracle and his little gang of illusions get to work, and down they go. MNT trying his best, meanwhile Kuroki jumps forwards, doesn't really care, and GG is called as there is no defense coming out from Vega. They lose too many on the backs of this very scary Terrorblade, and an incredible game from GH on the new Coddle, really showing us how it's done. Liquid will take game number 1.